Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we're going to look at the second-year man, Sam Darnold, and the New York Jets as they match up with Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Miami Dolphins. With that, let's get down to Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. Located appropriately for his career win total at 347 Don Shula Drive. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami, Florida. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we are ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the New York Jets. Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis, and we got an AFC matchup, CD, and that begs the question, can anyone threaten New England in this division? Because they've had a stranglehold on this division for the past 2 decades.
I like the way you describe that. Whatever hold it is, stranglehold, figure four, you name it, they've got it. But I do know this, young quarterbacks in this division, they're going to have to jump their play up. Will Sam Darnold take the next step after a promising rookie season? We'll start to find out right here, right now.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So here to lead out the offense in his first year as a Dolphin, but 15th overall, it's the bearded veteran Ryan Fitzpatrick. And the new coaching staff coming in, they finally decided to pull the plug on the Ryan Tannehill era after 7 seasons and no playoff wins. So enter Ryan Fitzpatrick, signed in free agency, fittingly on St. Patrick's Day, by the way. But last year with Tampa Bay, you remember Fitzpatrick got off to that incredible start. Over 400 yards passing in each of the first 3 games of the year, 11 total touchdown passes. And now it's his time to do it with Miami. They'll run with his second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. A look now at the Miami offense.
And when you see Devontae Parker in a uniform, you expect big plays from him. Remember, he was the 14th overall pick out of Louisville in 2015. Hasn't quite reached those heights, but he's a huge red zone threat.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here come the Jets for their initial possession of the game. They'll be led out by their second-year quarterback, Sam Darnold, out of USC. At the start of last season, Darnold became the youngest quarterback in the Super Bowl era to start the first week of a season. But we definitely saw some inexperience, particularly at the start. He even threw a pick-6 on his first NFL throw, if you remember. But as the year developed, he developed, started to put up some respectable numbers. And with some marquee players now to complement his skills out wide, a lot of people are looking for a trend upwards for Sam Darnold this year. They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL. And now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. But he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
He's come a long way since his time at Georgia Tech. What did he run at Tech? He ran hitches and go routes, essentially.
Yeah.
I mean, but he ran them really well. He averaged well over 20 yards a catch while he was there. And he still creates downfield in the NFL. That big body and that willingness to go catch the football. He's pretty impressive.
And his friends call him Bebe, the nickname his uncle gave him back in the day. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And let's run through the Dolphins' defense.
One of the more underrated yet valuable positions in the NFL is safety, and Rashad Jones epitomizes what you're looking for. A guy who can drop down into the box in the run game and tackle those bigger, stronger running backs. He can also cover people, whether it's tight ends or bigger slot guys, and that gives him the ability to stay on the field every down and make big plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. After the penalty, it's Bell. And this carry not as productive. He swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. The shotgun snap for Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. A first carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
So on 4th down, Adam Gase turns to the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. Ficken's kick is good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
I got you. I got you.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
How about the timing on that one? Boy, they were in sync, weren't they? 3-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Balaj. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now Balaj. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments, and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Watch the backer, watch the backer.
On the delay, it's Balaj. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Fitzpatrick. And this is caught. It's Parker. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there. Fitzpatrick now. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Dolphins defensive unit now. And despite being down on the scoreboard, this unit, they've had some big-time hits.
Sort of like us at practice the other day. I saw you take a running start at that blocking sled. You took it down.
Bounced off like a rubber band.
No, not at all, but you're exactly right. They are doing their job, but they want to add takeaways to it. You need to have more of those to go along with the big hits we're seeing.
By the way, when I tried that and I bounced back, I noticed that you laughed with everyone else. You didn't try to get in my corner.
No. Someone had just told me a joke on the other side.
Right,
I missed that. Totally missed it.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Oh, boy, partner, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there. On 2nd down now, it's Bell. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Yeah, let's get second.
This is Bell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run it with Bell. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. He stayed afloat for a second there after the first wave of contact, but that was going nowhere.
Yeah, what did he tell us in pregame? I just don't want to get my feet stopped initially when I'm trying to make a run. That's exactly what happened there. Unfortunately, as you noted, got away a little bit from the first one, but the wave swarmed him under.
On second down, it's Bell. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Darnold found his target. It's Anderson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. Darnold now to throw. And he's got a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that?
He made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield, and then he curls back inside for the completion.
Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Taco Charlton just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Bell. Three 3-0 after one on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. Darnold from the gun. Caught here by Bell. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. Ficken's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me, partner.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3's just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
58, right on your knee. Mike, 58, right there. I don't think you got it, son.
First down, Fitzpatrick. It's Williams on the catch. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the 2nd round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
He's coming.
They'll run here with Balaj. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
57 to Mike.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11.
You got 3 down.
Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker there to make the grab, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And that's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. He's able to put it through. That time a 6-play drive, and it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jets offense takes the field again. We haven't discussed yet their Week 8 loss at Jacksonville that dropped them to 1-6. They lost that game 29-15. Ground game wasn't good. Le'Veon Bell just 9 carries, 23 yards, and then 3 picks as well for Sam Darnold.
Not to mention he got sacked a career-high 8 times. And I know there was so much talk about his comment last week about seeing ghosts in the pocket. That's not what affected him in this game. And as I predicted, remember what I told you? He's a kid. He's used to living his life on stage. That ghost comment is not going to bother him at all. What bothers him is the fact that they can't generate offense. He's getting hit a lot and throwing way too many interceptions.
I will say the Jags mascot coming out dressed up as a ghost, that was a pretty good play.
Well, you know, nowadays there is a thing, I guess what would we call it? Friendly trolling?
Yeah.
That would be kind of that competitive trolling that we see nowadays. Got to give them credit for that one.
Week 8 was game 1 of a 2-game Florida stretch for the Jets, by the way. They'll go down I-95 to take on the Dolphins in Week 9 before returning home to face the Giants. Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Right 20. Record. Tighten up.
Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. He's going to let one go deep for... And got his man complete. It's a gain of 35.
Here we go.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. To throw again. Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Quinnen Williams in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. 3rd and long for Ryan Fitzpatrick. He's got a man. It's Williams. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Now a give right side. Walton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Fitzpatrick looking for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing Fitzpatrick. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. So on fourth down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. This from 54 yards away. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Charles, 54 yards, I'm surprised that came up short.
I would agree with that one because normally, if he misses, it's accuracy, not length, because he has plenty of leg for that. But maybe it's like I hit my golf shot, you know? Maybe it's like my wedge. You know, when you chili dip and you hit the ground ahead of it, sometimes that'll shorten your distance as well.
So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Bell, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down now, it's Bell. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw, Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Off of play action, Darnold. That is caught by Anderson for a Jets touchdown. Robbie Anderson there to make the grab. And the Jets are going to retake the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. A quick throw there out to Williams. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Now Fitzpatrick on the right side. Open is Gesicki. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He's got Herndon, his tight end. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
A first down throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Well, Charles, 18 of the 32 teams have now played 8 games, half their season. The other 14 will reach the midway point next week, so we'll save the midseason grades and awards until then. But
Thank you. I like that.
Yeah, we'll wait on that. But let's look at a few underperforming teams thus far that have played 8 games, and you tell me what you think their final record's going to be. Let's start with the Chargers at 3-5.
Big win in Chicago on Sunday. I like them to go 5-3 down the stretch. And that gives them 8 wins. Actually, have them go 6-2. I think they're going to go 9-7.
Ooh, right there on the edge of the playoffs. Okay, let's stay in the AFC West. How about the Broncos at 2-6 right now?
I just don't see that offense improving. I think that they win 2 more games and go 4-12.
Okay. And Giants 2-6. They're underperforming.
Yeah, but their schedule really lightens up on the back end. They're playing hard. I'm going to give them 6 wins, 6-10.
Lastly, and I might duck under the table when you answer this one, the Falcons at 1-7.
Yeah, that's a tough one because I wonder about what's going to happen with their head coach. But I think they'll play better down the stretch. 4 wins, 4-12.
You're off the hot seat, my friend.
Thank you.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. And he finds Parker here, complete. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. A Miami first down on a 14-yard pickup.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now Fitzpatrick, wide open receiver, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walton. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Fitzpatrick again. Wilson's got it complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Sanders on for the extra point. And that one will give them the lead here as we approach halftime. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And we put our focus now on Le'Veon Bell. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Darnold. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Darnold now to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. Here's Williams to return. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again on offense, here's Devontae Parker now. He's already approaching 100 yards and has the touchdown. I'm sure on that opposite sideline right now, they're scratching their heads saying, all right, what do we do?
And the hard part is, even if you limit him to a short catch, He has that make-you-miss ability to take it for big yardage and put in the end zone again. So trying to blanket him is very difficult, but ultimately, you've got to find a way to put him on the ground, tackle him, and he doesn't make that easy.
They're struggling with that so far. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 20-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a one-point game as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has the look of a game that could very well go down to the wire. Just 1 point separating these two clubs at the break. But they're ready for the second half, and we are too. As we'll kick it right back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. New York set to take the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. The second half starts with a carry by Bell. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Darnold off the play fake to Bell. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Charles Harris leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. On the return is Williams. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. They'll start on the ground with Balaj. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Balaj. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the interception, here's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold rolling to his right. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
Watch Mike. Watch the pass. That's it.
They'll run on first down. Bell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Some good strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now it's Darnold. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have once again taken the lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Adam Gase has put a pair of fingers up in the air. His offense is going to go for 2. They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game.
Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Going deep here for Parker. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Mike, 46. 180! 46. I'm coming for you.
On third down, Fitzpatrick. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Steve McClendon, credit him for the sack. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Here's Matt Hawk now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 51 yards on the punt there. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. This Jets offense heading back out there now, led by Sam Darnold. And you think he personally is evaluating his game so far? He was pretty good in the first half, been good so far here in the third quarter. He's got to like it, right?
Not looking for the dramatics here. Not trying to set the world on fire in terms of stats. It's almost like you're driving. Hands at 10 and 2, alert for anything out there, watching for trouble on the road, and making sure you get the team home.
The bus driver. See if he can drive the bus here again on this drive. On first down, it's Darnold. And this is incomplete. Partner, earlier I asked you about some teams that were underperforming so far. Well, right now let's play a game arrow up, arrow down. I'll give you teams that are kind of in the middle of the pack. You tell me if they're going to go up or down second half of the season. Let's start with the Raiders at 3 and 4.
Arrow up. I think they're going to beat the teams they're supposed to beat, and they will beat someone good down the stretch.
Okay. Now, Jacksonville, they're 500 right now, 4 and 4.
Yeah, but their division is conducive to their arrow going up.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Charles Harris picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And there's a work of art right there. Out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked the positioning, the field position, and he loved to play defense.
Like 20!
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd and 9, Fitzpatrick. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walton. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
180!
First down, Fitzpatrick. He's got it to Williams. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin 1st down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Check Mike 46. Come on, dude.
They run it with Balaj. It's Steve McClendon that time who winds up getting him down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Here's Matt Hawk now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now out come the Jets. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at the 20. The shotgun snap for Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
57. Here we go.
Off the play fake here, Fitzpatrick. And he completes it to Wilson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a carry for Walton. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Fitzpatrick.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Fitzpatrick. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Here we go.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run with Walton. And he's taken down inside the 30. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
They'll run now with Gaskin. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Fitzpatrick. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Steve McClendon able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now after the sack, 3rd and long, and Fitzpatrick and company a little work to do. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. It's Williams on the catch. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run with Balaj. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground. Balaj again. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. dump off gets them 9, so now they're in much better shape for third down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Keep it up. 58's the mark.
Third and short yardage. Fitzpatrick. The quick slant caught. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Steve McClendon getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. A draw play now, Balaj. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
And, Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Fitzpatrick now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Steve McClendon. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. The kick by Sanders is good. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
On 2nd down now. It's Bell, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, 4th quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the 1st down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the 1st. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Ficken's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Man, I got you.
Play action now. Fitzpatrick. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Man, I got you. Slam.
Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 12 yards there and a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Draw play. Here's Walton. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Fitzpatrick. It's complete to Williams. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 7 yards there and a first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
58, 20. Watch the curl. 58's the mark.
Fitzpatrick now from the 50. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Fitzpatrick. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Fitzpatrick on first down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Let's go one more.
Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Mike, right here. 46. Right here.
Toss play to Balaj. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Neville Hewitt in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Fitzpatrick completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there, you know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So now then the penalty's got them set up with a 1st and goal. Here's a run with Balaj. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And And just as they thought they might be able to take that across and get the lead, a big red zone turnover.
I know that I am defense-centric, and I want to give them a whole lot of credit, but I just can't believe after that drive, in that position, ball security paramount, they turned the ball over. Terrible.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received a gift. That takeaway, even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 5-yard line.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. And now hang on here. The door, can you hear it? It's a little open.
Or is that the squeaky hinges that I'm hearing right now? Yeah, the door.
Is that too high pitch?
No, not at all. The door is open a little bit. It's almost like when you told those horror stories on the camping trip, right? And now, look out.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit different look on the game at this point.
Big momentum swing here in the 4th on the punt fumble. Fitzpatrick and the Dolphins now down by 5. 1:44 to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Fitzpatrick to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Walton. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Here's Fitzpatrick. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Quentin Williams in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Fitzpatrick, the old war horse, getting everybody up to the line quickly. Back to throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Parker, the intended target.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
And New York set to take the field. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Here we go, son. Mark 55. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. Watch a slant. That's it.
Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets, defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with that, we sign off from Miami.